Welcome everyone. My name is Nicole and today's class time frame I'm thinking probably around 40 minutes, and we're gonna do a back bending, so really more working on strength in our back and flexibility, and that will be like the focus, as well as like the warming up, the moving through, and cool downs. That sounds lovely to you. Maybe have a strap or some blocks handy, and we're gonna begin laying down. So there's a little bug. Come on, out of here. And so come down onto your backs and maybe lay the legs out. Maybe roll your shoulders under, palms face up, and just take a moment to arrive, relax. Take some deep breaths in through the nose and out. And breathing deeply in and out. Just taking a moment to relax the whole body before we begin. And then let's raise the knees and cactus the arms. And then just begin to tick-tock the knees off one way and then the other. Exhaling off to the side, inhaling through center. Beginning to connect breath with movement. And then pausing at the top, let's bring the soles of the feet to touch. Knees fall out. And just take a moment here. And if you'd like to set an intention for the class, and you just pick a word that resonates with you. And then we're going to draw the knees in once more. Have your knees over your hips. Cactus the arms once more. And then exhale, core engage. Slowly draw the knees off to the right. Pull through your center, your core. On the inhale and exhale, off the other way. And just gently begin to wake up our core here. Get a little twist in as well. Inhaling through center. And exhaling off to the side. Maybe your head looks the opposite way of your knees. And inhale through center. And from here, we're going to roll off to our right side. Push yourself to a seated position. Come to a comfortable seat and take a moment. Sit evenly, maybe sit up on a block if that's more comfortable. Breathe in and then do some spinal circles here and really engage the core, articulate the movements. breathing. And then circle the other direction. Sit tall, right hand off, and then bring the left fingertips up and over. A little side stretch. Really reach out those top fingers and maybe look up. Inhale through center, and then the fingers go off the other way, and then inhale, right hand up and over. If your neck's okay with it, look up under your arm. Breathe. And then inhale through center. Switch the cross on your legs. And then hands on your knees. We're gonna cat-cow seated, so pull in through your core, begin to round back, straightening the arms, tucking the chin. And then inhale, rock through. Point those tailbones, broaden, open across the heart, look up, and then rock back and forth. Just a few more rounds. And then let's meet in neutral. Maybe grab your strap. And we're gonna come around now to kneeling. Curl your toes under and get a little foot stretch. And then grab your strap, a little resistance. And you may need to change the length of your grasp depending. We're gonna inhale up, exhale behind. So if you might want wider of a grasp or shorter, you test it out and see what works for you. Move gently. Inhale, exhale, come back down. Keep the resistance. Don't just resist that strap. Inhale up, exhale, inhale, exhale. Just a few rounds like this. Keeping your core engaged so you're not splaying your ribs out, but keeping everything tucked in. Inhaling up and release. Beautiful. Come forward now onto all fours. Wrist under shoulders, knees under hips. You can have toes curled under, or you can place your feet flat. Find your center. And then now we're gonna inhale right fingers and left toes. Keeping our core engaged. Extending really strongly out our fingertips and those back toes really away from one another. Breathe in and out. Now, kick your back foot in, reach for it, maybe kick up, chest to the short edge of your mat. Breathing. And release. all the way out. And the other side. Right toes, left fingers opposing arms and legs. And you can always just stay working here, keeping your core engaged. Okay, kick the back foot in, reach around, grasp it, your foot or your ankle, and then kick up. Breathe. And go ahead and release. Bring your toes to touch, knees wide. Press your hips back for child's pose for a moment. You can always rest here. And if your forehead doesn't come comfortably to your mat, you can rest it on a block. One more deep breath in. Let it go. And then inhale. Shift back onto all fours. Excuse me. Inhale. From here, kind of like pull in through your core. Step your right foot through between your hands. And maybe you want to have blocks on either side of your foot here to help stabilize. Or just pause and breathe here for a moment. Try to engage your right glute. Let me help that drop back a little. And we're gonna move a little here. So we're gonna press back through the heel for half splits. And then on the inhale, shift forward, back into that low lunge. Exhale, press back. So here, that's where those blocks might be super handy. Check it out. Exhale, pressing back. Inhale, shifting forward. Now exhale. Inhale. A couple more times. This time we're going to stay when we come forward. Place the weight in your left hand as you kick the back foot in, reach around for it. Let's get into that thigh a little bit here. And you can kind of resist the foot in the hand. Like a bow, a little bit of a bow action. Send breath into your sensations. And then go ahead and release that back foot. Step the front foot back. We're going to switch sides. So now left foot comes through between our hands. Shift forward. And just pause and breathe here. Sending breath into the tightness. Letting our body adjust to the shape for a moment. And now we're gonna flow a little bit. So pressing back into half splits. And the exhale. And inhale, shift forward. Lift the heart, look up. Exhale, press back, forward fold. Just flow with your breath here. A few more times. And then this time as we come forward, we're gonna pause, weight in the right hand, kick the back foot in, and you can always lasso that back foot too if you have trouble reaching it. And then breathe and do your thigh stretch here and create a little resistance by kicking your foot into your hand. And then release your back foot. Step your front foot back to meet. Knees together, or apart a little bit, but. And then we're gonna prepare for puppy pose. So begin to just bring the arms, hands out in front of you and begin to let your chest melt towards the earth. And either rest your forehead on the block, the earth, or maybe you're begin to come all the way down and the chin comes forward. Breathing. And then shift all the way forward onto your belly. Arms down, elbows under shoulders. Sphinx pose for a moment. Take a little more time to draw length into your upper body here. Pick one leg up, reach it back further. The other one, reach it back. Pressing down strong and away. Helps me broaden across my heart. Maybe roll the neck out here. Maybe draw a little figure eights. And then from here, we're gonna warm up our low back, strengthen our low back. So let's start with our palms face up. And down. Look at your shoulders. What are they doing? Are they pitching forward so you can pick them up and draw them down your back? Notice how maybe you lifted some across your chest. And then on the inhale, we're gonna lift the toes, the hands, the chest, and breathe. And use our hands really reaching to the back of our mat to help us raise higher, pointing the toes strongly, trying to focus on the breath. One more deep breath in. And release. Rest your forehead on your hands for a moment. Take a deep breath into your belly. Sigh out the mouth. And 2 more just like that. Maybe sway the hips slightly side to side. And then bring your hands back. Maybe clasp now behind the low back, or repeat the one we just did. We check our shoulders again. Pick them up, roll them back, straightening the hands. Inhale, lifting the toes, the chest, breathing. One more deep breath in. And exhale, release, rest. 3 deep belly breaths here. Sighing it out the mouth. Beautiful. All right, we're going to do our last one on our belly here. You got this. And try to have fun with it. And we're going to swim. You did this with me before, but so same thing. Okay, we're checking out our shoulders. Pick them up, roll them back, and then inhale, swim, drawing the hands through. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Two more. And release and take a few more breaths. Beautiful. Sigh out, let it go. And then inhale, hands under shoulders, lift up, and then knees wide, sit back in a child's pose for a moment, pressing your forehead down, sending breath in your hip space. Inhale, come to kneeling. We're going to do a little camel here. Sometimes you can see and come up to kneeling. And you can always pause along the way. Maybe you just want to work kneeling and having a little tuck here, and then you can just practice laying back, really engaging your core, keeping a nice line of energy, and then inhale, come up. Or you want to try a back bend here. Let's take our fingers to our armpits, have a little natural curve, and like you're gonna put on suspenders or like lift up and open through your heart before we're doing anything else. And so I'm really very broad and open across the heart. And then you can either have your hands to your low back as you to come back. Maybe let's curl the toes under. Maybe reach for those heels. And then just rising. Breathing. Sending your hips forward. Heart up. And then inhale, come on up. Sit back on your heels for a moment. Take a few breaths. And beautiful. Now go ahead, let the hips sink to the left. Draw your right foot around. So evenly on your sitting bones. And right hand behind you. Inhale those fingers to the sky. Get really long. And then exhale. Come forward, hook. And re-straighten. Look over your right shoulder. Maybe just clasp that knee. It might be more comfortable for you. Keep breathing, and on the inhale, think length. And on the exhale, a little twist. And then turn your head back, and the rest of you lean back, come undone. Right foot hugs in. Left ankle comes across. Sit evenly. Left hand behind you now. Right fingers really reach high on the inhale. Core engaged as you begin to twist and lean forward and hook. Re-straighten. Look over your left shoulder and inhale length. Exhale. Micro twist. No more of a thought than an actual, no cranking, no cranking twist. Something to think about as we inhale and exhale. And turn your head back. The rest of you come undone. And let's lay down onto our backs and work some bridge and or wheel if you would like. So we're going to do 2 bridges and a wheel, or 1 bridge and 2 wheels. Or 1 bridge and shavasana. No, it's up to you. So just kind of letting you know where we're headed. So we're going to do these bridges and pretty much head into a little bit of cool down and shavasana. So fingertips towards heels for our bridge. Roll each shoulder under you. More. Grab the outsides of your mat like you're tearing it apart, and notice the rise across your heart. Lift your hips up, back of the head pressing firmly. Clasp under your bum if you'd like to go further. Rolling the shoulder shoulders under again. And press down with the feet and away. We'll bring your heart towards your chin. And then like you're gonna kick yourself in the bum. We'll really activate the backs of your legs. See if maybe you can find a middle ground between those two. Breathing. And then release the hands, roll out gently. Pause, take your breath. And then either repeat that, or if you want to try the wheel, the fingertips turn back, face towards our shoulders. And then on the inhale, you press straight up, or you can pause, placing your head down first, getting your bearings, and then pressing straight up. And away with the feet to continue to deepen that back bend. And breathing. And exhale. Come on out. And pause before we do our last one. All right, and when you're ready, either bridge or wheel, and however you want. Inhale, lift, breathe. And exhale, come on out. Beautiful. You hug your knees in. Maybe roll around on your low back if that feels good to you. And just send the feet up straight into the air for a moment. Not really doing anything now, just letting our whole back, head release, legs, feet. And then as you're ready, draw the knees down, grab for the outside edges of your feet or your calves, and using your hands to help continue to press your back, head down into the earth by pressing your knees towards the outside of your torso. Continuing to roll around if that feels good to you. Holding statically is just as beautiful. You just pick what's best for you. And then from here, hug yourself into a little ball. Give yourself a little squeeze. Hold your breath. And when you can't hold it anymore, release out now into Shavasana, our final resting pose. And traditionally, feet roll out, palms turn up. Shoulders lightly roll under. Always take a variation if you need to find more comfort. The whole idea here is that we drop out, let go. Please pick your Shavasana shape. I'll sit and hold space and guide us on just a few minutes. If you're ready to come out, you can roll your right side and pause and take a few breaths. And I like to always remind everyone, you stay in Shavasana as long as you feel called, and really that's where the magic happens. So when you're ready, use your hands to push yourself back to a seated position. Noticing how you feel. Thank you for practicing with me. The light within me sees and recognizes light within you. Take care.